Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a rambling video, which is my Friday videos where I just talk nonchalantly about whatever's happening in the YouTube space, drama, new video games, my life, whatever I want to talk about. So this week we're going to be doing some YouTube drama and like stuff that's important, I guess, because it's, okay. So if you ever heard, PewDiePie said the N-word a couple weeks ago in a video, and people flipped out about it, and they're calling him racist, so that's bullshit. He said it was a joke. I don't know about that one. I mean, it was a joke that he said it, but I mean, why would you say that when you have so many people watching you and you should have more, like, you know, smart not to say something like that on TV. Like, I guess it's not TV, but he has billions of views a month, like hundreds of millions of views a month, right? So you shouldn't be saying stuff like that. Anyways, so this goes into the messed up copyright system on YouTube we have, which the whole world is just messed up in copyright right now, and it's just a whole other story. One day we might do a video on it. I don't know. I don't really feel qualified to say how messed up it is because I'm not really a lawyer or anything like that. I never had to deal with it, but I've read some stuff about it, and I've done a little bit of research, not too much. So if I'm not too right about this, then sue me, right? Sue me, okay? So basically, on YouTube, you can claim a video for copyright, which is copyright infringement, saying you use someone else's work and you didn't have their permission and stuff like that. But most YouTubers go the line of fair use, which is where it's transformative. It changes it, and it only uses like a few seconds of it because their reasoning is, why should they go buy like that product if they could get it on YouTube for free? And this falls into the video game category because apparently PewDiePie got DMCA'd by people who made this game called Firewatch, which is like a very linear game. And now linear game falls under a weird category in copyright. Some people think that there's no way it could be fair use because you're basically playing the story and you can't play it any other way because it's a very story-heavy dream. Like, but then there's people who are like, yeah, but it's different because you're watching someone else play it and you still want to buy it to experience yourself. I'm on that boat with almost all video games. Every single video game, there's always a different experience, especially if you watch someone else play it, because something else cool has happened. There could be glitches in their game, it could be something funny, they could have crazy personalities, they might even show you the whole game, they might cut large parts out. It's just, you know, you don't know. And even when I see people play video games, I still want to buy it and play it myself because they look cool. And most of the time, I don't buy video games unless I watch YouTubers play it first anymore. Because there's no point in me going out and spending a whole bunch of money on video games that might be garbage when there's YouTubers out there who do it for a living, who play it, and if it's fun to them and they have fun with it, then I'll go pick it up eventually. But I'm not going to go buy the new game. Well, why should I when there's millions, when there's hundreds of people online playing them? It just makes a better informed decision on my part. And I think that's how most people see it. But now, see, this is where it gets hazy for developers and YouTube creators, because this guy is like, apparently they got in trouble with this before because their game is like Firewatch, and like basically they've been doing this to a lot of people, but they hit PewDiePie with this because it was like, he said the N-word, he said something stupid, right? And it was like, okay, we gotta put an end to this, so we're claiming his video for copyright, which it isn't even copyright, but apparently they take it anyways because on YouTube's end, if they don't take a video down for being copyrighted, then they could get sued, and they don't want to deal with that. Like, that's literally what they do, because their system is, no matter what, if there's even like a hint of there could be copyright, they automatically flag your video, take it down. If you get so many, they'll terminate your channel, anybody's channel. Like, nobody's immune to this. Like, and most time it's an automated system. Most time they don't even care. Like, most time it's not really like a claim. They just take your money. If you monetize, they just take your money, and then they just give it to them people. I have like 4 or 5 videos like that because I've played GTA and stuff, and they had video music in the background. It was copyright music, but yeah. But as I was saying, yeah. But this is like a very weird area. Like, they probably have the right to. I mean, it's probably fair use. I mean, most judges would probably agree, but PewDiePie's not gonna push it, which I think he should push it just to see where we go, because Ace3 pushed it and he won. And I mean, PewDiePie has the money, but like, people like say if I got copyrighted and it was bullshit, I couldn't fight it because I ain't got the money for lawyer fees and stuff like that. If I got copyrighted, I'd have to deal with it and probably never make a YouTube channel again because it would just never happen. But if he fights it and he wins, then it would be a standard for other people like that down the line. It would be easier for smaller people who can't afford the money to do it and make money out of it, and you know what I mean, and make it profitable for them to be able to do it. Because right now there's just on YouTube, anybody like, well, it's not as bad as it used to be in the last couple months because they changed a lot of rules. But before this, you could be anybody on the face of the planet and say you have some weird company that owns a piece of a person's video, and you could claim and take all their money for like 2 weeks, and then they would copyright. And then but now they changed it where it's not as bad, but still it's illegal but there's no really repercussions for it, if that makes sense. Copyright on YouTube is messed up. Copyright in general in the US is messed up. Like, fair use needs to be clear to define, especially when it comes to Let's Plays, because Let's Plays is like a really gray area, because it's like, you're using the whole game most of the time, and they, here is a good example. Let's Plays can make or break a video game. There are two I have in mind that are pretty huge. There's Minecraft, and there's FNAF. Nobody knew who Minecraft was. Nobody knew what Minecraft was, and nobody knew what FNAF was until Let's Plays got a hold of it, and they went nuts. And then there's Slenderman. Nobody knew who it was, and then PewDiePie played it, and whoo, that game went nuts. And same thing with Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird wasn't that big either until Let's Play started playing it, and they seen how hard it was. And if a couple Let's Players take it, and they play it, and nobody's seen it before, it could blow up and make them way more money than ever did. Freaking Minecraft is $1 billion company. Well, it was until they sold them. Well, yeah, they sold for like $1 billion. He's like one of the richest people in the world now. Because Minecraft, because Let's Plays, and Let's Plays, streamers, stuff like that, they went nuts with it, and they just flipped that out, and they made the developer way more money than they ever could. If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be, like, there wouldn't be so many indie games around, because most indie games, they bank on Let's Plays finding it eventually and playing it, and maybe they'll get some more revenue from it, because they've seen it, and they buy it, and they play it. Because right now, like, because there's no, like, indie games, they don't really have, like, the AAA money to pay on marketing and stuff like that, so it's like, why should they? And but yet, Let's Plays is an easy way for them to do it. Like, they could have it like they could send their like a small developer team of like 20 people who could send it to like a big YouTuber. Maybe they play it, maybe they like it, and then they could just play it, and it would show them to like a whole new audience of people, and they could get a lot more sales. Like, that's how I see it. But apparently, some people see it as like copyright claim. It's just messed up. Okay, the copyright system is all messed up in YouTube, and I don't see Let's Plays as really as a problem. Now, the only kind of Let's Plays that I have problems with that I think is probably fair use is, say, like, you take a game that is very story driven, right? Like Assassin's Creed, and it has a bunch of cutscenes there, right? Because I've seen these on YouTube. Now, they literally take all the gameplay out. There's no gameplay, right? No gameplay. They just play the cutscenes. Now, that is I think that should be taken down. Those are the only kinds of Let's Plays that have issues. They're not even a Let's Play. They're just playing the cutscenes from a game, and then you really don't even have to play the game. Like, yeah, like, say, like, The Witcher 3, somebody just played every single cutscene of Witcher 3 without any gameplay. Like, I don't see that happen. Like, that's, like, a really bad thing to do. Like, I would never do that. I've seen it on YouTube, though, a couple times, and I was like, really? This is, like, bad. Like, they need to be taken down. That's how I'm going to end this video. Like, those are only Let's Plays I have issues with. But now, like, games like Minecraft or like indie games where there's like no story and you just mess around in it and stuff, those would never have any fair use. Those are always fair use because there's always a different experience for no matter whoever plays it. And then if you even play like a story-driven game, there's still different things you could do in the personalities. But if it's just straight cutscenes, I don't think that should happen. Someone in here, gee whiz, this is a long. I've talked a long time about this. This is something I'm very passionate about, bro. I didn't know I could talk this long about. Okay. So I'm just gonna hear. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and peace.